Hello and welcome here to Bracken Moor for this FA Trophy match between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Ossett United. I'm Adam Allcroft, your commentator here on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel tonight. And it is red sky means shepherd's delight, as the saying goes, but will it mean Steel's delight or Sheepycorn's delight? As we have the first match of the FA Trophy here. We've talked about the FA Cup curse for Stocksbridge before. It was obviously how it was been so long before Stocksbridge finally won an FA Cup match earlier on in the season with that game against Skolkar back in August. Sorry, I'm having to wrestle with a bear. We'll talk about the bear in a second. But obviously the FA Trophy curse has also been going on. While the Steels have had some good runs, they had some decent runs under Chris Hilton in this competition just a few years ago. It was one of those runs where the last time we actually won in this tournament, that was back in 2016 was the last time the Steels picked up a win here in the FA Trophy. It was that sorry, just I noted a mistake on our chat here. It was that match against Stocksbridge Celtic, quite a famous one in the recent Steel's history, one of the brighter moments out of recent times for the club. That was the last win. The last goal, though, that's the embarrassing one. Stocksbridge have not scored in this competition since 2019. Jordan Lemon being the man who scored in that game against Pickering Town, a loss in that one that knocks us out yet again in this competition, which has unfortunately been quite regular. Yeah. Ossett have also not had the greatest look in this competition over recent years. It's been a while since they've been able to pick up a win in this competition, which might give a bit of hope to the Steels in this one. Their last win was in 2019, the last time Stocksbridge scored. That last win coming in a game against Widnes, the side, coincidentally, that knocked Stocksbridge out last season. So both teams are looking for in this reorganised fixture. Obviously, this game originally set to take place on Saturday was postponed due to the death of of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, who we will be having a moment of silence for before the game. Everyone at the club obviously passes on their regards to the royal family in what has been just an awful time for them, but obviously we also look forward to seeing the reign of King Charles III. And here come the teams. Here, Stocksbridge being led out here by Curtis Turner, Ossett being led out by Oliver Fearon. So let's read out the teams for you today. So for Ossett, we'll start with Ossett. Ed Hall in goal for them, then Harry Gagan, Ross Hardacre, Michael Hollingsworth, Daniel Burns, Bradley Beatson, George Fewlis, Craig Nelthorpe, their captain today, Oliver Fearon, Luke Aldrich leading the line for them, and then Joe Stacey. The Stocksbridge team is as follows: Harrison Davison Hale in net, Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, Mitch Langton, Zach Reynolds, Cody Pryor, Curtis Turner, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, Thomas Poole, and Gareth Curtis. The bench for Ossett is Ifenyi Offa-Iegbu, Jake Teal, Jack Wilson, Basil Zotos, and Oliver Metcalf. On the Stocksbridge bench is Bailey Ty Baker, Oliver Norman, Ross Goodwin, Keenan Mackenzie Gray, and Andy Ring. So Curtis Turner is taking the captain's armband with Ross Goodwin on the bench today, as we see Ian Richards heads to the bench. The selection problem Ian has had is that no centre-backs available. We have an injury to Elliot Murray and Charlie Oglesby's away, meaning there are no centre-backs available. Harrison Fulston still remaining on his dual registration at Emley. As we look forward to the beginning of this match here, with both teams out currently ready for the kickoff. Going to definitely be an interesting one. There were two games between the sides last year. Finally, Stocksbridge picked up their first ever win against Ossett United. Ossett United in their current guise. Obviously, they were the result of two mergers. So the team preparing. We will be joining the players and the fans here in a minute's silence during this. As we pay respects to Queen Elizabeth II. A fantastic tribute here from Stocksbridge Park Steels and Ossett United, an impeccably observed minute's silence ahead of the match here for Queen Elizabeth II. Once again, everyone here at the football club, Stocksbridge Park Steels, pass on their kindest regards to the royal family in what has been, well, some history-making times over the last few days, and some of the incredible displays we've seen of grief over the last few days. Anyway, we are prepared to start the game. Stocksbridge preparing to kick off. Gareth Curtis standing over the ball here on the halfway line, and here we go. Stocksbridge Park Steels kick off in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks, kicking from left to right, while Ossett United in the red shirt, red shorts and red socks, kicking from right to left. An early offside there is given against Luke Aldrich. Free kick to the Steels, and it's Mitch Langton who is in central defence alongside Jordan Lemon. Jordan Lemon having played in central defence during some parts of last season. And they're doing the crossfield ball here, low ball in. Then can be controlled here. A shot taken from Curtis, blocked, still bouncing here. Turner trying to keep it in. He's headed it sideways here. With Stocksbridge here on the left-hand side still. Stocksbridge pressing early with Cody Pryor now. Pass back. Pryor's going to try and put the ball into the box. Headed away from Rawson, and it's going to go back here to Ossett, who clear, but only got a block-off pull there. Being controlled by Pryor, who's chested it back into O'Connor, who makes a rare appearance, rare start today. His first start of the season, and it's just gone out for a throw-in. Throwing on to Pryor quickly. Back now to Mitch Langton in central defence day. Pryor filling in for an in-centre midfield. Now to Lemon, who some of the numbers being all out there is going to confuse me. Lemon sending one long here for Poole to try and chase. Headed away. Turner's looking to be the first on, but it's headed away again. Ossett get it caught under their feet there. O'Connor can't make the most of the mistake, though, and Ossett are able to get it away. And they've got it onto their right wing here. Trying to cut inside here, but well marshalled by Stocksbridge, who tackle, and it's out to play. Ossett throw in. Still 0-0 here. 2 minutes gone. Stocksbridge having a good start here. Already had a shot block from Gareth Curtis. So throwing in, going thrown out here, and bounce back, and now Ossett going to look to try and get the counter attack on. There's a charge here from the left wing from Joe Stacey, but Stocksbridge are able to go out and clear it, and Tinker is going to try and build his own counter attack here on the left hand side. Tinker on a long run here. Tinker continuing with the ball, going to try and slip it down the left hand side. The appeals for offside here. Ball goes in, it's blocked initially. Second ball going in, look for the far post. Poole heads it. It's a post, and there were cheers already for Thomas Poole there. Free header from Poole, hits the base of the post. Some Steels fans thought that was in before it hit the back of the net, but no, it wasn't too far off. Still 0-0 here. Even Ian Richards believed that was in there. I think even I thought that was going to be as well. Fantastic. All that created because of a fantastic run from Jack Tinker there, who really opened up the space, allowed Curtis there on the left wing to be able to put the cross in at the second attempt, and Poole almost finds back in there. And it will be Sweet to score today. That net being defended by former Stocksbridge goalkeeper Ed Hall, who signed for Ossett last year. Was a great goalkeeper for us, was a great goalkeeper for Ossett last year, though has struggled at points this season for them. We're hoping he continues those struggles. Big header away from Stocksbridge there. Poole battling for it, but it's going to bounce away. Goes to Joe Stacey now on the left wing for Ossett. Stacey here, going to build it forward. Cuts inside. Passes it sideways here. Yep. I'm just saying, it's going to be tricky to identify some of these Ossett players because their numbers are a goldy colour that very looks similar to the back of their shirts. Has gone back here to Bradley Beatson, the former Wednesday defender, trying to look for Joe Stacey, but well cut out there by Reynolds. And then Turner wins the tackle, and Turner's going to try and build, and they're trying to look for a quick attack. Turner's trying to send it forward, but look for Ross, but Ross was offside. It's clear, it's with Ross Hardacre now. Ross Hardacre sends it long on Reynolds, trying to stop him in his track, but it's been won here through Aldrich. Aldrich trying to get to the left-hand side, breaking into the box here, but Turner's got it and cleared it right away. And it's gone through an Ossett man's legs, but Ossett are still going to keep possession there. Goes to Stacey here. Stacey trying to beat his man here. Looks to beat Reynolds there, but Reynolds has got the tackle. Reynolds clears. Yes. It is with O'Connor now. O'Connor looking long for the run of Curtis. He's beaten the offside trap here. Curtis on the right-hand side. His touch is letting him down a bit. Curtis is looking for Rawson now. Rawson's touch is a bit there, sort of touch shot, sort of. And it went wide of the goal, though. Fantastic ball from Gareth Curtis, though. Stocksbridge looking like the better side so far in this game. 5 minutes gone. 0-0 between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Ossett United. Here on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel. Here for Ed Hall now to clear away. Being G'd on by some of the kids there behind him. It goes, headed on by Aldrich, then flicked on there by Fearon. It's going to try and get into the box before Langton just boots it out. And now it's going to go back into the Ossett defence before they send it long, but that is to no one in particular. And it's going to go right back to Dave Snell. It's his first touch of the ball in this game. So it is going to, I am really honest, it's going to be quite tricky for me to identify the Ossett players today because the numbers just are very difficult to tell. It is Harry Gagan on a run now here for Ossett, and he's gone through quite a few players. He's looking at, he's going to try and go all the way. He's found a great run there on the right-hand side, but the offside flag has penalised Ossett there. The ball did end up in the back of the net, but he was not going to be allowed this one. We will try and keep you up to date with the rest of the scores happening across the country in the Football League and also in the rest of the FA Trophy match involving teams, local teams and teams within our league. Here as it's a long ball here from Davison Hale. Rawson heads it on, but no one's there to head it on, and it's going to be now knocked back to the goalkeeper who takes it in his arms. Not back with the head though, it's not an illegal back pass or anything. If you are listening to us on the YouTube channel, please do feel free to get involved and comment and like and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications and all that thing that makes sense if you're about 15 but doesn't make sense if you're any older than that. There's a bit of head tennis going off in the Stocksbridge half at the moment, and it's Ossett who's going to win that. They're going to head it forward, but only for Langton to clear it away and ring calls for someone to win it. It's going to be Ossett though that do it, and it's going to bounce before Ossett are able to hook it right back into the air. It is head tennis like it's in Arthur Ashe Court at the moment, but Stocksbridge do clear it away. Harry Gagan's going to follow it, being challenged by Curtis here before it bounces out for a Ossett throw-in just inside the Ossett half. So with Ossett now, after a bright start for Stocksbridge, well, exactly what they went after the disappointment of Long Eaton last Tuesday. Had a week to stew on that after this game was initially postponed from Saturday. And it's going to be back for a throw into Stocksbridge now. Tinker ready to take that one. Long Eaton have taken a 1-goal lead against Gresley Rovers. Rico Fife, who scored against us last week, has scored again. At least it's not just us suffering from him. Ball still here, Lombard looking for Poole, but headed away by Ossett, and it's going to go bounce to one of their midfielders here. So the light, you come behind with the numbers, meaning it's a real struggle to identify their players today. And it's bounced out for an Ossett throw-in here. Throw goes long here from Ossett right into the Stocksbridge, but headed right back out, back to the man who took the throw-in actually. going to cut inside, and the pass is poor and eventually cleared away by Tinker, but that's going to go all the way back to Ed Hall here. Rolls it out in front of him, the former Steel's goalkeeper, a fan favourite here during his time. I'll tell you a few little stories later on as the ball's headed away before it's clearly down, but Stocksbridge do have the ball. Tinker just big boot away. Rawson and Curtis going to chase it. Curtis does have some speed when he gets moving, and he could have caused some problems there before Beatson's able to head it away. Gagan now clears here. Ossett fans urging to get it on the floor, and there's that boot from Ossett there. They are not listening to it. Goes to Reynolds, who heads it forward to Turner, who flicks it on looking for Rawson, but it's gone short. Ossett collects it now. Now they're going to neck it forward, but only back for Longton, who is going to take his time after the shouts of Richards, and he sends one to Poole, who heads on. Rawson trying to chase before that's cleared away there. Back to Pryor now, and tries to find Turner just behind Turner, throwing to Ossett there. 10 minutes gone now in this game, 0-0 between the two sides. Stocksbridge having the brighter start though. Throwing goes here to Fulis, who passes it all the way back to Hall. Hall takes the short pass here to Burns, who is considering his options before sending it long. Headed on there by Aldrich at long ball, and Langton's able to clear it. Goes all the way back to Hardacre there. He's passed short, and O'Connor's robbed it well. O'Connor looking to get the attack on here. O'Connor's been stopped in his tracks there, but he's going to try and send the ball forward, but it's really quite aimless there, and it's going to go back to Ed Hall now. Ed Hall going to take his time here. Just some mistakes from both sides here, stopping attacks in their tracks. So, all going long here. Aldrich wins the header, heads it on. It's going to be a bit of head tennis, and the free kick is going to be given against Stocksbridge for a foul on Pryor. So it's gone back for Harrison Davison Hale to take this goal kick now. Some interesting challenges for the Steels today with where the lineup is. Obviously Jordan Lemon in central defence today. Has done it before, but always a challenge team there. That clearance is headed right back forward there by Ossett, and it's gone out for a throw into Stocksbridge there. Lots of shouting among the players at the moment, and Andy Ring's trying to rush things on. He's gone over to give the ball to him and give a little instruction to Zach Reynolds, who's ready to take the throw in. Great to see Reynolds back in the starting lineup. Throwing goes long here. Rawson actually wins the header on. Curtis tries to head it sideways, looking for O'Connor. Curtis almost gets it back there after the head away from Ossett though. And eventually do clear it. Aldrich is going to try and hold up. He does a great touch here. Aldrich on the left wing here for Ossett. Cuts back here. Gone to Nelthorpe. Nelthorpe tackled though. Poole tries to clear it up, but only onto Hardacre, who takes the short pass here to Fulis. And Fulis has passed it back here to Burns, who's passed it back to Hall there. Some good pressing from Stocksbridge, forcing this all the way back to the Ossett goalkeeper. He takes the short option to Beatson now. Beatson just rolling this one forward before taking the sideways pass to Fulis. Fulis is going to send it long. He's looking for the right wing here. Yeah, and he does find the right winger of Ossett, and he's got past Tinker there as well, but it's well in from Cody Pryor there, who clears that one out. Throwing to Ossett here on the right-hand side. Bridlington Town are 1 goal behind against Colne. Owen Watkinson's going for Colne there. Ball going into the box there from Ossett, but headed away comfortably by Turner. Headed back into the box there, but it's going to bounce. Pryor's head is very short. It's caused some problems here, and Aldridge has robbed the ball here on the right wing now. Now takes the short pass now onto the right wing, being forced backwards. Ossett at the moment. They found the overlap though. Ball in, headed away though by Pryor. Headed back into the box for Langton to head away. And Pryor clears not very far. It's gone to the right wing. Still danger here for Stocksbridge. They're not clearing their lines at the moment. Cut inside here to Fulis. Fulis gets it back to the right wing at the moment. Ball goes in. It's taken a block. It's still going into the box. It's headed on by Ossett and headed towards goal here. It's very high. There's a battle for it. Davison Hales tries to claim it. It's fallen to the ground. No foul given there. And then the follow-up block shot is blocked and out for a corner kick to Ossett. Surprise, no foul given on Davison Hale. We've seen a lot given when keepers have gone for the ball and catch, and they've had contact with play. None given there. Corner kick, Ossett. 14 minutes gone in this game for 0-0, and it's our first corner of the match. And a big opportunity for Ossett, especially with the shorter than normal Stocksbridge defence. It's not usually a particularly tall defence to begin with. Ball going in, ball going right into the box. It's a good delivery, and it's been volleyed high and wide there by Ossett. So no danger to the Steel's goal in the end. Still 0-0 here after that corner. So back to Davison Hale to take it. So obviously, we do like seeing our connection between the managers. Ian Richards and Jazz Colliver, the Ossett manager, who might be under a bit of pressure after not winning since the opening game. They did play together at Stocksbridge many years ago actually now, as they probably won't like me saying. When Stocksbridge had their best FA Cup run was when those two were playing together. As Davison Hale sends the ball on, but back to Ossett, who head it forwards to Aldrich, who takes the touch well. Sends it onto the right-hand side where Gagan has plenty of space to move into. Ossett have been improving over the last few moments in this game. They're going to send it down to the right wing to Chase. It's Tinker who manages to marshal it out of play without touching it, and probably even would have earned a foul there as well. Goal kick to the Steels here. Back for Davison Hale to take now. Just to let you know, in case you're interested, if this game is to end scoreless after 90 minutes, we will be going straight to a penalty shootout with no extra time here, like there was against Prestwich a few weeks ago. As Davison Hale clears this one out, headed away though by Hollingsworth. Tinker clears it though, heads it back to Reynolds, who takes it to feet. Reynolds takes the touch before sending it long, looking for Curtis here. It's headed away though by Ossett. Look, great little searching ball though. And Ossett are able to clear on out. Flicked on there by Stacey to Fearon, who heads it backwards to Fulis, now to Gagan. And this is where it seems to get a lot of success when they're able to find Gagan in some space on the right wing as he runs in. Hacked away by O'Connor, but actually Ossett have just about kept active there. They spread it out left now to Stacey. Stacey pass it sideways here. The cross shot here from Nelthorpe is nothing, but it's been cleared away now. Back with Nelthorpe, who pass it forward. He's been harassed now, the Ossett man, as it goes back to Gagan here. Now with Nelthorpe here, who is being harassed there by Turner, but he does manage to get away. Gets it to Beatson now, who puts the ball forward here, but it's quite aimless. It's gone back to Langton, and he's going to leave it here for Davison Hale now. Sends it long here, but it's gone short and headed away. The long ball not working for Stockton in this game. And Tinker gets that clearance away, and Turner's going to latch onto it. And a nasty challenge on Curtis Turner there from the Ossett man. Means a free kick for the Steels. Good opportunity for Stockton to try and get it forward and get some possession after it's been Ossett, after a poor start, have really got back into this game and are looking well at the moment. So we are currently 17 minutes into this game at the moment. It is 0-0 between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Ossett United. Looks like Cody Pryor here is going to take the free kick, and he is going to. It is a high line Ossett are taking. Here comes the ball. Pryor sending one to the far in the box, looking for Rawson. It is cleared away though by Ossett. Back to Pryor, who's going to head it forward and then get it back to him. Pryor's going to send another ball forward, looking for Poole on the right side, but it is hooked away by Burns. Only back to Lemon, who heads it forward for Poole, who's going to try and back heel back to Lemon, but the back heel was way off target. And now Ossett's going to look for the counter here, but it's a sliced ball here from Ossett, and Stocks to get the ball back, but Pryor's harassed off it here, and that's a much better ball there from Stacey, who initially sliced it, gets it onto the right-hand side here, and they're going to get down the byline, puts the ball in. It's a good ball and well blocked away from Langton. Another corner for Ossett United here. Going to be another corner from the same right-hand side for the Sheepycorns. North Shields have taken a 1-goal lead against Pontefract Collieries. Regan Patterson scoring there, and Jack Rogers has made it 2-0 to Long Eaton against Gresley. So Stockbridge will have to be at their best to defend this corner now. Here comes a corner, in swinger, very high corner, headed goalwards there, but and just about kept in by Aldrich. Actually, another linesman has decided, nope, he's not kept it in. Good attempt by Aldrich. Appreciate the effort, but unfortunately for Ossett, not able to do so. Now back for Davison Hale to take the... Back time for Davison Hale to take this goal kick. Here we go, long one forward for Rawson. It's going to bounce behind Rawson. Then back for Hardacre, whose clearance is a bit more sideways than it is forwards. Go back to Hall now, though, anyway. Just taking his time, Ed Hall. Before sending it long here. Headed on back, but Lemon clears it away. Rawson's going to try and chase it. Beatson, though, gets to it first and he boots it right out of play. It's a throw-in for the Steels. Time for the Stocksbridge to try and get an attack going and see if they can take the lead in this one. Had their first blank of the season in last Tuesday's match against Long Eaton. They will not want to repeat that. Throw-in goes into Poole. Poole pass it back to Reynolds here. Reynolds looking to get to the byline. His cross is blocked. It's a corner kick for Stocksbridge. Now, we've praised Thomas Poole a lot over the season for his corner deliveries. They were disappointing against Long Eaton. I can't lie about that one. We're hoping they're back to their best, even though you are now lacking Elliot Murray, who's been a key target in the box, and even Oglesby, who's looked impressive from these sort of situations, and even no Goodwin either. Not many aerial targets for the Steels from this sort of corner, but let's see if they can prove me wrong now. Ball going in, it's a dangerous looking one, and it's just about headed away by Ossett. Another corner being appealed for, and it is got. It's a second corner for Stocksbridge. This time from the opposite side. Emily are 2 goals ahead against Goole. And Stockton Town are losing against Witton Albion. Elliot Rocker scoring that goal. So here, Poole goes over to take this one. Goes in and he's looking for the near post, and it's a whizzer of a corner headed away by Ossett. It's going to bounce out looking for like a throw-in for the Steels. That one was so quick that will have made the hearts drop for a second in the Ossett defence, but they were able to deal with it. Reynolds is going over to take the throw-in here. Reynolds has a very dangerous right foot. A lot of his fans from down at Rushden at Diamonds, hope some of you are listening tonight, been saying he will get a lot further up on the assist list by the end of the season. We hope he does. Takes the throw in here, but it is got by Aldrich, but Reynolds almost gets the tackle in on Aldrich, and it looks like it goes out to play for another Stocksbridge throw there. Aldrich just can't keep it in there. So back for Reynolds to take a throw in a basically identical position to hopefully make up for that throw in. He gives it short to Pryor. Pryor cuts inside, puts the ball in, looking for the far end, headed goalwards there. Going to be a goal kick though, nowhere near the goal there from, I think that may have been Jack Tinker there, making a rare venture forward with that header. Tadcaster Albion are losing 1-0 to Macclesfield. James Berry has scored that goal for Macclesfield. So nice little bit of pressure there from Stocksbridge. We'll want to see more of that as the game goes on, and hope as we have hit halfway in the first half. It is still 0-0 here between Stocksbridge Steels and Ossett United. And that's a good flick on here. It might be 1-0 here. Here it's been pressured here, but the shot has been blocked there from Ossett. Well defended there by Jack Tinker, making sure he can't get the clear shot and goal. It's with Nelthorpe now, but his pass is loose and Poole's in, but Poole passes loose himself, but it's actually a foul on Poole there, which Jazz Colliver's not very happy with on the Ossett bench. So it's going to be a free kick here for Stocksbridge. A bit of a let-off there, I think, for the Steels, because I couldn't see the foul in that. Back now here for Davison Hale to take the free kick. Not really been tested yet, Davison Hale, thankfully. Could have been, though, with the way that Fearon who got into the box there. Davison Hale sending this one to the right-hand side, looking for Rawson. Headed away, though, by Beatson. Though it's only gone for Pryor, who's hooked it forward. It's been flicked on Rawson, who's going to try and be the first man on the right-hand side, and he is. He needs options in the box. He's looking for Curtis in the box, but it is going to be cleared away. Back to Rawson here. Takes it to Poole here. Poole's going to get it in the box. It's over everyone's head and headed away by Ossett. Still dangerous in the box before Ossett are able to do a proper clearance. And now Ossett are going to be dangerous here before Lemon can hook a ball away well, but they are going to go on the counter-attack here. Ossett pressing forward now. Ossett on the ball. Advancing into the box, taking the shot, fizzes just over, and that's the best chance of the game there. The Ossett forward there trying to see if I can identify him as he heads back, getting forward really well, took the shot, you can't blame him for that, he had plenty of space, and it's Joe Stacey there, who were on that great run there before fizzing the shot over. Still 0-0 here though. Ball goes right to Pry here, ball pass from Fingers to back to Rawson now, Rawson steps back on the halfway line, and the pass is really poor there from Luke when he could see Alex O'Connor making a very good run. Well, Ossett's poor pass there. Davison Hale there going right out of the box. Not sure Davison Hale's there, and Ossett get the throw because of that. I think some of the players just here for Stocksbridge just need to turn on a bit at the moment because it's just been a bit disappointing for some of the passing at the moment. And Ossett could get an opportunity here. They've gone down the right-hand side here. The ball looking dangerous here, but headed away by Lemon. Good header away. Ossett still keep it in central field. Rawson hassling them. Pass back here to central defence. Going to look for the ball on the left wing, but it's gone through everyone. And Mike Bailey, the photographer, with a decent touch there behind the goal, and he gives it back to Davison Hale, living his dreams out there. So it's Davison Hale here, who's going to. Here before Ossett do head away that ball in, but Langton clears it up. It's going to go out of play here for an Ossett throw-in. So back for Hardacre to take this throw-in. Here he does. He sends it long here. It's going to be flicked over the top there by Fewlis and headed forward by Ossett. It's going to get to the side of the box here. And missed some tackles there, Stocksbridge. It's gone to Stacey now on the left-hand side. Stacey puts the ball in, blocked by Pryor. Pryor clears it the second attempt. It's thrown to Ossett in an attacking position. So just so you know, Malt Bain are winning 2-0 against Golcar United as well. Frederick Tracy scoring both those goals. Goals here. Some decent interplay from Ossett, and they've earned a free kick from it as well, and a dangerous one on that left-hand side. It's a good opportunity for them to get the ball in the box. It's going to be a tricky one to defend for Stocksbridge. I always hate defending free kicks from this sort of position because it's very easy to put a good ball in, and it's one where you can really get your attackers to really go for it and gamble and get a decent connection, and it's hard to defend because you've got your back to goal, and always tricky, but we'll see if the Steels can handle it now. Consett have taken the lead against Shildon. Jake Orrell scoring in that game for them. So Ian Richards and Andy Ringos shouting their orders here. Too deep is one of the main ones, and I would agree there, but set away near post, and the follow-up shot from Ossett is well over. And what were we worried about? So it's 28 minutes gone in this game so far. 0-0 here. So it's back for Davison Hale to take it. He has got the short option here. Lemon has gone over to be a short option if he wants it, but they're not going to go that way. Instead, Davison Hale is going to send it long. It is aimed at Rawson. It is a usual sentence, and it is headed away, which unfortunately is also another usual sentence. But it is headed out of play for a Steel's throw-in. Tinker's going to take it right in front of the CMP interior stand. Tinker there, throwing it down the way. Headed back out by Ossett, but kept in by O'Connor, who headed forward here. Turner trying to get in the end of it, but he is tackled there, and Ossett get the ball back, and they are able to clear. Yeah, being held here up by Aldrich, who's been forced way back there. Back into his own half, really. I mean, he passes it back. He's going to go all the way back to Ed Hall here. O'Connor was looking to follow that up, but Ed Hall is able to clear it away. Lemon heads away that clearance, but Ossett bounced off it. Ossett in a good way before Langton boots it right away. Going to back to Gagan now. He gets it to Beatson. Beatson is going to send it long here, and Lemon's going to allow it to go over his head and back to Davison Hale. No trouble for the Steels to deal with there. Hebburn Town are now losing. Trafford has scored in that score, made them 1-0 now. Ryan Morton being the man there as Ossett clear one away, but back to Langton, who just boots it right back there, but that's going to be no trouble for Ed Hall there, though it's bounced a bit awkwardly, a bit slower than he probably would have wanted it to. Do wonder if maybe one of the Steels players of the gamble if he could have caused a problem for Ed Hall, because it was stayed out of his box for a long time. Hall has cleared it right out, but it's gone Turner almost getting on the end of that, but that does help Reynolds to get onto it. Reynolds tried to knock it forward, but it's been blocked by Stacey, throwing Steels. Reynolds needs a few options here because he hasn't got many. Instead he's going to do the long throwing down the field. That seems to be a trademark in non-league. Here it goes, looking for Rawson, but it's headed out of play there by Ossett, and after a while of deliberations, Ossett appealing for the throw, it has gone Steele's way. Reynolds will get the throw in further down the pitch. Reynolds has a few options here, but he's taking his time. Instead he's going to throw it back to Pryor here. Pryor being closed down immediately. He's forced to pass it to Langton, who's having to run for it as well. It was off target, but Langton is able to get to it. Langton's looking for the pass through, but that's been blocked by Gagan, and Ossett are going to be able to build this one away now, and they're looking to try and can build an attack, and Turner's well in for a tackle. O'Connor's gathered it. He's tried to send it to Rawson here, but headed back away by Ossett. Rawson's just not winning anything in the air at the moment. Curtis won the ball quite well. He's trying to get the ball over the top of the defender to Rawson, but that's been blocked. Curtin's still trying to get involved here, and he's got it to Turner now. He's looking to get O'Connor for the overlap. Two players went for a sliding tackle there, though. Well in from both. It's gone out for a throw into the Steels, but good effort from both those players trying to get to it. Throw in here for the Steels on the left-hand side. Alex O'Connor here with a fantastic opportunity. It's his first start of the season. And obviously came on as a hero in the cup match against Prestwich Hayes. And we're wanting to repeat those heroics in the trophy now. You know, offside flag off has gone up against the Steels there as the ball went into the box, so it's a free kick to the Sheepycorns, Ossett United that is. One of the more unusual nicknames you will encounter in football. A sheepycorn, by the way, is a sheep with a unicorn horn. I have done my research on that. Just thought I'd let you know about what you may have been on our social media today, seen some things about Rainbow the Bear. Ossett United have handed him over to us now. So what Rainbow the Bear is it's a charity thing. Rainbow the Bear is being handed across from club to club. We will be passing him on to another club soon. As this ball bounces into the box, I'll just wait for Stocksbridge to hopefully clear that one. Pride does head it away, but also have kept it in the danger area here. And it's Stacey's beating his man there before putting the cross in. Reynolds blocks it, and it's going to go out for a corner kick to the Sheepcorns here on the left-hand side. 32 minutes gone, an opportunity for Ossett United. We will, after this corner kick has been dealt with, whatever way it happens, we will continue telling you about Rainbow the Bear. So it's just here on the right, on the left-hand side of the pitch here for Ossett. Ball going in. It's a dangerous-looking ball. It's a free header, but not much sting on the ball on the header. Goes safely to Davison Hale. So yeah, let's go back to Rainbow here for a second. Rainbow the Bear. This is for a charity called Pathways for All. It provides support for children with additional needs. Funds a Tim Land Centre as well. Provides a safe and fun place for children with disabilities. And Rainbow the Bear is going around visiting various clubs. He's been to Newcastle, Benfield, Berkeley Town, Bridlington. Various clubs. There's actually maybe an opportunity for all the Steels here. Poole here on the right hand side needs some options in the box. He hasn't got any at the moment. Turner's in there now. Poole's going to try and get to the byline. He's trying to get it across the box here, but no one's there. And Hall's actually going to go chase that one down because it's not gone out of play yet. Has gone out eventually for a goal kick though. So yeah, Ossett United have now officially handed Rainbow over to us. So we'll be we'll see what else we'll be doing, but he is going to go on a little adventure with us. You've already seen his visit. Keenan Mackenzie Gray has already said hello to him. He has gone and visited our camera crew, who we'll put a picture of that on later. And he's on co-commentary duties with me today, and he probably speaks more sense than some co-commentators you hear. Yeah. Anyway, ball goes long here from the Ed Hall goal kick, but it's headed away. Curtis tried to head on, but Ossett clear back for Langton to head it right back. No, and it's going out for a throw into Ossett. He's still 0-0 here with 34 minutes gone in this game. Even Cleethorpes are losing now. They're losing against Prescott Cables. Jack Goodwin scoring that one. Does make you wonder how strong are the West this year, because it seems like the vast majority of Northern Premier League East teams are losing. The one that is winning is a Northern you know, is it a match between two Northern Premier League East teams? And Ossett are on the attack here, but the pass is loose, and Tinker's just going to roll over that and allow it to go over play for a throw into Stocksbridge. Thought Ossett were going to really break there and cause some problems. Here, so here on the left-hand side, Tinker's going to throw this one up, looking for Rawson, but headed got away before it even got to him. Back to Tinker, who's booted one right up in the air. That Pool's going to try and head, but headed away, though, by Ossett. Only for Langton to head it right back. Langton being very strong in the air today. It's bounced in the ball in the midfield. Turner's trying to get it. Turner has had a little clip on the back of the heels, and he's earned a free kick out of that. Quickly have taken a 1-0 lead against whoever they're facing. Don't know who they're facing. So it's a free kick just about 2-3 yards away from the halfway spot. Pryor's standing over it. Interesting way the Steels team is set up. They've got a massive gap in the middle, then players on either side. Don't know how this is going to work. Pryor is put into the box here, headed away by Ossett, but not very far. But Ossett on the first ones onto it. Stocksbridge not being the first ones onto the ball, though. Good play there from Turner there, blocking the clearance and keeping Ossett penned in a bit in their own left-hand side. Hello, Anthony Sanderson saying, "Come on, Steels!" Yes, come on, Steels to this game. We do want to see Stocksbridge try and pick up a win here today and advance in the FA Trophy. It would be the first win in the FA Trophy since 2016. Also, haven't won since 2019 in this tournament either. Both sides looking to end a bit of a drought. And it's Stocksbridge on the ball here. Turner evades one tackle, trying to evade the other. He does a lovely pass to O'Connor. Tinker's on the overlap there, but O'Connor takes it inside, takes the shot. It's well over. And I know O'Connor and Tinker are mates here, but Tinker's going to be seething at his friend O'Connor for not giving him the ball there. It was a great run from him, though. O'Connor, though, looking for glory there and ended up, I think O'Connor's shot there's been caught in the bushes behind the stand there. And the kids have got it out the bushes. Well done, kids. You've done a good job there. So he's back here for the goal kick for Ed Hall to take. Might be Stockbridge's first shot and goal, actually, there from O'Connor. That'd be disappointing that that's that, but Steel's first shot that's actually made it towards goal. We've had a few blocked that would have been on target at least. Yeah, it's back for Ed Hall to take this goal kick now. I can hear the kids behind him, obviously Steels fans, because they're doing the raise at him. Ball goes long, bounces once, gone to Aldrich, back to Stacey now. Stacey advancing, great pass here to Nelthorpe. Fantastic contact, Nelthorpe missed at the far post though from Fewlist, who was just such a short distance away. Must be only been a few inches away from connecting. Is still with Ossett, but their pass has gone to Tinker here. Tinker's going to clear it away, looking for Curtis, but headed away there. Bouncing now, it's on the right side. Gagan now. Tinker forcing him backwards. Has been forced backwards now, and well, trying to get it a lot further on the right hand side, but a free kick has been given to Ossett there. So it's 40 minutes gone here, still 0-0. A lot of Stocksbridge games have finished 0-0 at half time. Looks like we may have a repeat of that, but then again we said that against Long Eaton, and then Long Eaton nicked one right at the end there. And that what was a bit of a gutter punch, even though they did deserve the goal, to be fairness to them. Here come Ossett here with the ball here. And well, a bit of a feint of a free kick there initially from Ossett. The second attempt is going to get into the box. It's going right through everyone before Rawson's one with the clear. He's still there, headed away. Langton gets the header away. Ossett have just tripped one into the box. Davison Hale punched it away, and a foul's being given on Davison Hale there. And actually, there is an Ossett player down in the box there. We're just going to have a brief break for some treatment on him. So there is a bit of just a stoppage. I can't identify the Ossett player who's down. The Ossett physio is now heading on. This is the problem, as I said, I mentioned earlier, with identifying Ossett players today. The colour of their numbers is this gold colour, which, because it's not just a normal red, it's like this burgundy sort of red. It's really hard to identify from a distance. So it's a bit of a challenge for me today, but one I'm tackling wholeheartedly, and obviously Rainbow the Bear is helping out here. It's 2-0 to Frickley now. Richard Collier scoring the latest one. I'm going to have a look who they're playing because I've got a bit of time while treatment is happening here on the Ossett man. So, still looking here. It's not very clear. They don't really tell you who they're facing onto. It's Nesborough. Frickley are beating Nesborough 2-0. Also, Belpertown are drawing 1-1 with Liversidge, by the way. Hopefully that's Mangum who scored. Oh, they're now. See, Belpertown, if you didn't hear, Grant sacked Grant Black at the weekend, which was a huge shock. Maybe it was something that was planned to be announced a bit earlier and then got delayed because of the news on Thursday, but no shock. Just say the Ossett man, I think it's Oliver Fear on there, is back and on his feet, and he will be re-entering play now. Short pass goes to Langton here from Dave Snell. He's now going to send it long here. A few runners here, but headed away by Ossett, and they get the second ball as well. That's what Ossett are doing well. They're winning the second ball from the head as well. And they're going to send one down to chase themselves. A low ball, but it's going to be Lemon. Actually, being beaten there, Lemon for the ball. Ossett here, pin it back well. Here's the shot, and it's a massive miss from Ossett. It really should be 1-0 to the Sheepycorns. And somehow, with the goal at his mercy, he blares it over. Massive miss for Ossett and a huge let-off for the Steels. It's still 0-0 here, but it's luck that has kept it that way, and a very poor miss. 41 minutes gone in this game, still 0-0. So back for Davison Hale to take. As all the Stocksbridge players shift to the left-hand side in what must be a planned move. It's incredibly well organised, just like you'd be seeing on the Mall at the moment. And I say that, it goes out and Ossett clears it away, so it was all for naught really. But then again, we have the throwing, so... Short throwing goes here, back to Tinku, who boot right up in the air. It's just one of those very high ones that Ossett are going to be allowed to get uncontested before Turner comes in and robs him. Back to O'Connor, lets Turner free here, and Turner's going to advance here. Turner here on the left-hand side, he's looking for some options. He's got an option on the left-hand side. He's going to look for Tinker here. This is a great ball for Tinker. Tinker's going to send it across goal, but Hall's claimed it well. Just a bit too close to the former Stocksbridge goalkeeper there. It's actually former Steel Brodie Litchfield who scored for Belpertown. Belpertown full of former Steels at the moment. It's back now with Ed Hall to take it. Great play though from Stocksbridge getting into Tinker. Some really good play from both sides. And that header on could work here for Belper. The battle for it in midfield before Langton clears it out and almost cleared it right to the path of the Ossett man. It's gone to Poole here. Poole's going to hold it up before sending it long for Ross to try chase, and it's gotten perfectly. It's a path for Rawson, but Hall's advanced to clear out. A bit of sweeper keepering from Hall there, and he saves Rawson being able to be the first man onto it. Jake Picton has been sent off for Pontefract Collieries. Getting a second yellow card for handbags, which is quite typical of Pontefract. Also, the first penalty for peeling for a bad foul. I wonder what that saw is. From the throw in there, Stocksbridge have done a push off there and given a free kick away. There, so Andy Ring there, having a bit of a shout at the referee saying he wants those sort of given both ways. Actually, one of the first games where I've not really seen Luke Rawson being pulled or pushed about by the show, though Rawson is having a chat with the referee, Jamie Rhodes, at the moment. Dunstan have taken a 2-goal lead against Mossley. Michael Fowler in that game, Mossley being the side that beat Ossett in the trophy last year. Hall's here taking the free kick well on the left-hand side. Sent it really long. It couldn't meet the box, this actually. It's headed on by Ossett. It headed away by Lemon, but not very far, though. Headed back into the box. Langton heads it away. His head tennis on the edge of the box here. Flicks onto the right-hand side. Ossett going to be the first ones onto it, but that run on there from the Ossett man, I think that was viewless there, goes out of play. It's a goal kick to the Steels. 44 minutes gone. We are approaching half-time now. And it's going to be a free kick as Jazz Culliver shouts out some orders for his side. Obviously, they've had a bit of a change in the managerial scheme. They did have co-managers. Stocksbridge legend Mark Ward was also part of the management team. He left recently. Many thought he'd be going to Matlock as Rawson's had a push off there. It's given a free kick to Ossett on the halfway line, so Ossett get the ball right back now. The Stocksbridge coaching team are not happy about that one. So yeah, Mark Ward leaving the managerial team of Ossett recently, and we'll see where he ends up. And then he thought he might end up at Matlock Town. That said went to Craig Elliott. And he's getting a talking to there, Rawson. Could be getting his first booking of the season and his first booking in a Stocksbridge shirt, but Ian Richards is not happy with that. You may have heard the classic refrain of referee from Ian Richards there. Rawson hasn't got given a card there, but he did get a long chatting to from Jamie Rhodes, the referee, and Ed Hall is going to take this free kick on just inside the own half, so a bit of a risky one for Hall to take if it ends up not working well for him, because Stocksbridge could just boot it back there. Back for Hall to take this one. Here it goes, going long, Ed Hall. Well, into the box. It's looking for Fearon, but it's over the top of his head and out for a goal kick. Seems to be the tactic. Hit it so long from Hall that it's going to go out for a goal kick if it misses everyone. Not a bad one. We are into the 45th minute, so we should probably be hitting half time any minute now. Liam Kitching has just scored for Barnsley, by the way. Not sure who they're facing, but I'm guessing they've taken the lead. Against Derby County, actually, they're winning. That'd be a great result for Barnsley there. So here goes Davison Hales. Long ball forward. Another one that looks for Rawson, but it's been hit away, but only to Turner, who almost gets it away, but still with Ossett now. Aldrich holding it up well, but then robbed by Pryor, but his clearance is blocked by Aldrich, throwing to the steals. 1 minute at a time for Moss this half there, so not long till we reach half time now. Reynolds sending a long throw down, headed away though by Ossett. Just another throw in as it bashes off the top of the stand here. One of our young fans there going to give the ball back there. Some good ball girling there, actually, to be precise, from one of our young fans. Hopefully one of our young fans. Might be one of the Ossett fans, actually. Sending it long here before it's headed away again. But Reynolds goes there, header goes sideways, and he's actually earned a foul, Reynolds. So a chance here at the end of the first half to get a ball into the box, as Lincoln United are taking a 1-goal lead against Daventry Town. So it's Cody Pryor taking the free kick. Cody Pryor often on set piece duty when he plays, as well as Thomas Bull. Pryor's ball going into the box, looking for the far end of the box, but going to be headed away on the edge of the area by Ossett. Turner's trying to stop it advancing any further, but he gives it away a foul. Well, no, he doesn't give away a foul. It's going to be the half-time whistle. It's 0-0 here between Stocksbridge Park Steelers and Ossett United at half-time. There's not really many chances to talk about other than a massive one at the end of the half for Ossett, where I didn't catch the Ossett player's name, unfortunately, but he blared it over with a goal at his mercy. It's still 0-0 here, and this trophy tie is on a knife edge. And we'll see you in 15 minutes. Hello and welcome back here to Brackenmore for the second half of this FA Trophy match between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Ossett United. I'm Adam Allcroft, I'm your matchday commentator for this game here on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel. So it was a 0-0 in the first half, both teams having good moments, good passages of play. Ossett did have the best chance towards the end when they smashed one over the bar from close range, but it is still goalless. And as it's an FA Trophy match, if it's at the end of 90 minutes, we are going straight to a penalty shootout. Stocksbridge not been involved in one for 3 years. And, well, I'm trying to think of it. I didn't know if anyone actually scored in that game. Liam McFadden actually was in net for the Steels that night due to various problems with goalkeeping for the club. So, both teams are out and ready to go. Stocksbridge team were out first before being joined by the referees, and then event Ossett, who only just come down here. So, just waiting for the players to be in position. Ossett ready to take it. Luke Aldrich there. We'll just run through the teams with you in a second as we head back in. The music has now stopped, so we should be able to resume the action very, very shortly. So, well, that's going to ruin our microphone, Pete, if you keep kicking the hard-ins like that. Pete Golshaw down there, who's getting in position ready for this second half. It's not an abandoned game. Galston versus Cogshall's been abandoned, I've noticed, when they were losing when Cogshall was winning 1-0. The game does resume now with Ossett United kicking off from left to right in their all-red kit, while Stocksbridge Park Steels kick from right to left in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks. It's due to an injury to a player where an ambulance arrived, by the way, at Galston Cogshaw match. So, yeah, so Stocksbridge kicking off here, right to left here is the Stocksbridge team here for you. Harrison Davison Hale in goal, then Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, Mitch Langton, Zach Reynolds, Cody Pryor, Curtis Turner, Alex O'Connor, Luke Rawson, Thomas Poole and Gareth Curtis. On the bench is Bailey Ty Barker, Oliver Norman, Ross Goodwin, Keenan Mackenzie Gray and Andy Ring. We've just seen Thomas Poole's just been let through with a great ball on the right-hand side. He's only got Curtis to aim at, though Rawson's running in. Poole tries to aim Curtis, but the ball's well off target. It's going to be a goal kick. So we'll just read you the Ossett team out there after some good play. Stocksbridge was just let down by a poor final ball. In goal for Ossett is Ed Hall, then it's Harry Gagan, Ross Hardacre, Michael Hollingsworth, Daniel Burns, Bradley Beatson, George Fewless, Craig Nelthorpe, Oliver Fearon, who's their captain for Ossett, Luke Aldrich and Joe Stacey. On the bench for Ossett today is Ifeanyi Ofegbu, who is going to absolutely ruin my day if he comes on, because I'm not going to pronounce his name right, and I do apologise about that. Jake Teal, Jack Wilson, Basil Zotos, Oliver Metcalf. Ball's just with Stocksbridge here. Pryor gets it away to Curtis, who's cut inside. Still on their own half here. Gets it to Turner, who's looking for Poole on the right-hand side. It's a good pass to Poole here, who just stopped play for a bit as he's going to advance. Tries to put the ball in the box, headed away. Has gone back to O'Connor here, who takes the time for putting it sideways to Turner. And Tinker's busting a good to do. Tinker hauled over there and gets the free kick off the ball there. Yeah, so it's an early free kick to the Steels here. 1 minute gone in this half so far, 46 minutes gone. 0-0 here, but an opportunity for the Steels to put a ball into the box. We know how impressive Thomas Poole's deliveries have been from set pieces. As Luke Rawson gets instructions of where exactly he should be. The problem with the Stocksbridge team today is with the lack of Murray and Oglesby, there isn't much height in the attacking lineup as one of our fans attacks the bin. Let's see if this one is top bins instead. Here goes Poole. Puts a good ball into the box, looking for the far post. It's dangerous, it hits the bar! Second time, it's in the back of the net! It looks like it's Luke Rawson there who stabbed that one in at the far post after the initial hits the bar. I think it's Luke Rawson, I hope it is after saying that. And that's what the Tannoy announcer says as well, so we're going to go Luke Rawson getting his 4th goal for the club. Becomes the leading scorer, and now the Steels are leading 1-0 through Luke Rawson. And the initial effort on that thing hit the bar before it rebounded to Rawson, and he was able to tap it in. Fantastic poaching from the striker. Sorry, just got to change a few things on the commentary. So Ossett have got us underway again. They're going to get right back on the attack here. They've put it down the right-hand side here. This could actually cause a problem for Stocksbridge. They're in the corner now. They've been penned in the corner, and they've earned a throw in there as well, right next to the corner flag. And they're going to put people into the box here, Ossett, as they look to try and get an instant equaliser. They do say that at the time the team is a weakest is just after a goal scored, and it's bounced in the box there. It's just about hooked away, but it looks like it's going to be Nelthorpe looking to be the first on it, though. Curtis was able to head away. The ball's going into the box here, headed towards goal there. Free header there from Fearon. Should have done better, but he puts it right in the arms of Davison Hale. Great chance for Ossett to have an instant equaliser there. That goal coming on the 47th minute mark. And there goes Davison Hale's long ball here. Headed away though by Burns, but only to be Lemon to clear it right back, and it's going to be a throw-in on this right-hand side for Ossett in their own half though. Throw-in up there from Gagan, being headed right back by Tinker. It's going to be a throw-in in a near identical position for the fullback. Making his 7th appearance this season. A localish lad, he comes from the Barnsley Academy. Downfield headed on by Ossett, but Pyramine gets the header on and gets to pull, pass it back here to Reynolds, who's had to chase back for it a bit before he does gather the ball. He's going to send it long now, looking, but cleared it away there by Beatson. Impressive defender for Ossett. He's gone right back to Stocksbridge. They've given the ball away easily midfield though, and it is currently with Aldrich, who's going to look for the crossfield ball here. Look for the right hand side today. Stacey's beating his man. Stacey goes 1-1. Great save, Davison Hale! And as Davison Hale, and it's a goal kick as well as it's come off Stacey there. Stacey goes through. Goal again, has a great chance, but Harrison Davison Hale with a fantastic save going 1-on-1. And after a man of the match performance against Long Eaton, and he comes off with a great save there that keeps the Steels ahead, and the Ossett have had their 2 best chances since Stocksbridge have taken the lead, and Stocksbridge I think will need to just settle this game down, or else Ossett may actually come home stronger after that goal. Ball going long looking for Rawson. Rawson tries to knock it down, but Ossett getting and clearing it forward here before Lemon heads it away and then headed away by Turner. Rawson tries to chest it and control. He does, despite pressure from defenders. He is robbed of the ball there though, and the eyes on the right hand side, and they're trying to get the ball through Ossett. They have Aldrich has got it now. He's going to pass it backwards to the right wing, cut inside, trying to cut it through before Langton is able to clear that pass up though, and Beatson heads it back to Ed Hall, who's taking it into his hands. Takes the quick throw out to Hardacre, sending it long here. It going to Aldrich here, who's got it on the left hand side. Get Hyde, put it onto the left wing here now. Gone to Hollingsworth, who controls it, goes backwards to Beatson now. Also having a lot of the ball since conceding. Still with Beatson after having a pass out, and Rawson almost robs the ball off Ossett there, but it is gone to Burns now. Burns takes the short pass here to Fulis, who's going to send a long ball here to the right hand side to Fearon. Fearon's going to put the ball across, but the shot there is over. It's good play from Ossett, but it doesn't end in the finish there for them. It's a goal kick here for the Steels now, which I'll be thankful for. 51 minutes gone in this game so far. 1-0 to Stocksbridge Park Steels after that close range Luke Rawson strike. So back for Davison Hale to take. That was Stocksbridge's first goal in this competition since 2019. The last goal coming from Jordan Lemon against Pickering. As Stocksbridge look to get their first win in this competition since 2016. That was against Stalybridge. Stocksbridge just earned a free kick for a clash between Pryor and Fulis. I think the Ossett fans are a bit annoyed by that one. I think that was a bit of a weak one the referee gave to Stocksbridge then, actually. But it's another chance for Stocksbridge to get the ball into the box. Jazz Colliver also expressing his disappointment at that not being given as a foul. Claiming we're not allowed to jump, which in fairness, you're right to be moaning about that one. Langton actually going to take this free kick. He does. He's going to try and get it into the box, but also head away. They head it sideways, though. Poole's looking to be the first man onto it. He's actually going to let it go for a throw into the Steels. They're just in front of the PJ Heat Exchanging Services advertising hoarding. But you know, Luke Rawson, our goal scorer, is not sponsored yet. So if you do want to sponsor a player, do get in touch. It is on the website. You can pay for a sponsorship there. It's £100. It's a fantastic way to support the football club. As Ossett are trying to build a counter-attack here. O'Connor's poor pass let them in, but their poor pass has allowed Poole to get on the ball. Is back with O'Connor now, who has got it to Reynolds here, and Reynolds has got some space to move into, though he has got two players blocking off his path now. Reynolds passes it sideways to O'Connor. The man on side gets him quickly to Reynolds, but he passes it out of play, and they've given the ball away quite cheaply there. It's back with Ossett now. So 53 minutes gone in this game so far. It's 1-0 to Stocksbridge Park Steels. Macclesfield winning 4-0 against Tadcaster Albion now. Massive victory for Macclesfield there against one of our Northern Premier League East rivals. Neil Kegney scoring late on there as Ossett throw it up, but headed away. But isn't only going to go back to Fulis now, who controls it well. He's well in from O'Connor, but that is a foul, and it definitely is a foul. Well, as it starts cooling down a bit here at Stocksbridge, and we're starting to get our traditional cold weather up here at Brackenmore. Because it's starting to get nippy. Shildon have equalised against Consett. Dean Fexton, one of the stars of last season, has equalised for them there. Ossett going for an interesting one, just handing it down the left-hand side. The Ossett man's being forced backwards here, though. Makes the pass back now. Ball's going to go in. Bit of a poor one, and it's cleared away by Cody Pryor, but headed back into the mix by Ossett, but only back to Poole, who's going to try and start the counter, but his pass is blocked, and then Pryor's attempt is also blocked off, and a bit of a battle in midfield for it, and then a late challenge there from Pryor is going to be penalised, and like to be a booking, and there's an angry scream against the referee, and I'm not sure which side it's going. I think Pryor may have actually hurt himself in that challenge as well. See, Bailey Ty Baker is going to warm up here for the Steels now as well. Could be making his debut later on in this game, Ty Baker. So referee's having a bit of talking to with Cody at the moment. Stockbridge's first Irish player, but no card given, where it could have been a fair one. That, I don't think anyone would have argued had Cody seen yellow there, but it hasn't been given that way. And instead Ossett have a chance to put the ball into the box. It is a bit of a distance out, but this is non-league, and we've seen plenty of big long ball into the box, headed on by Ossett, but headed far too on, and it's going to go out for the goal kick. So Ossett have definitely been the better team since Stocksbridge have taken the lead. They're really looking like they could get back into this game very easily. They've had two great chances. Don't know what Andy Ring's doing with Pete Golshaw down there. I think he's doing jumping practice. It's funny just watching the scenes on the bench. God, I'd love to get a mic down there. Ball going long here, looking for Rawson. Actually, Tinker gets it, heads it onto Curtis, but Curtis loses it with his touch. It's back with Gagan there, who knocks it off Tinker and gets the throw-in for Ossett. And it has been all Ossett since the goal. And Carlton Town are 2-0 upon Hanley. Niall Davies scoring their latest goal. Some Northern Premier League East teams are doing well now. Has gone back to Gagan now. Turner trying to get in, but Gagan avoids that challenge. And it goes to Nelthorpe, who finds a great ball to Hardaker on the left-hand side here. Hardaker with plenty of space. He's putting the ball in here. Dave Snell's going to claim it. He claims it well. Well done from the goalkeeper there. 56 minutes gone in this game. 1-0 to Stocksbridge Park Steels, thanks to that goal from Luke Rawson. I say about the assist, we haven't seen who got that initial shot off, but it is that person who gets the assist, unless it was Rawson who got it off, which it could have been. Could have been Tinker as well who got it. Yeah. And it's Rawson who's got it to his feet here, and he's looking to get the pass off here. He evades one challenge, does get the pass, appeals for an offside flag, not given. Poole in the acres of space on the right hand side, tries to put the ball across, but it's a weak cross, and it's cleared away by Ossett. Just needed more power on the cross so it could beat the man on. It could have been 2-0 there with Curtis waiting. On the right hand side here, back with Poole here. Screams to get the ball into the box from Ian Richards. It's not happening though. O'Connor's going to flick it down, get it down the right hand side, but the pass is too heavy and it's going to go out for a goal kick. And Richards is saying, why didn't you get that ball into the box? I can hear. So, handing out praise to Luke Rawson for the way he created that opportunity with a great ball to Poole there. Poole just lacking the final ball there, which could have been a potentially deadly one for Ossett. Back now with Ed Hall, who currently not enjoying his trip back, return to Stocksbridge. This is his first time he has come back to Stocksbridge since his departure last January, as we see a substitution for Ossett as Jack Wilson comes on for Craig Nelthorpe. So that's Jack Wilson coming on for Nelthorpe now. So Jack Wilson, this is his 6th appearance of the season. Currently on loan with the club from Bradford City. Had been an Ossett United Academy product in action. And here's, just so you know, there's actually a Fearon on the ball, trying to slip the ball through, but it is blocked, and Stocksbridge do clear it away, but only back to Ossett here. Here it's with Hollingsworth at the moment, who's avoided some tackles really well, but he's been forced all the way back here. Gone back to Beats, and now he's going all the way back to Hall. So yeah, Wilson, left wing, who's coming on loan from Bradford City after signing for Bradford City from Ossett United. One of the players that Ossett United are particularly proud of, as you can imagine. And ball's just bouncing on the edge of the Stocksbridge area before Langton clears it away. Beats and tries to knock it out of play, but it actually goes to Hardacre, but Hardacre can't keep it in, throwing to the Steels here. Definitely a dangerous player, Jack Wilson, one they are going to have to watch in the second half if they want to book passage to the next round of the FA Trophy. A match between either the City of Liverpool or Sheffield FC await. Throwing goes in to Rawson, chests it down, tries to pass it back. He does get the pass back here to here, and the 1-2 works. It's a Rawson, we're trying to get it down that right wing, but that pass from Rawson is blocked, and now it's cleared. Aldrich played acres of space to hold it up, and he's held it up really well, and he's found his man here, and it's slipped down to the right side where Gagan is. This is great from Ossett here, and he's trying to cut inside for Tinker, but it's well helped here from Curtis, who then clears it away, but only back to Ossett here, who it's gone where to Hollingsworth here, who's trying to put it into the middle before Langton clears it, only to Aldrich on the edge of the area. Aldrich takes a shot, and it's in the bottom corner. It's 1-1. It's a fantastic shot from Aldrich. Ossett's leading scorer is on the score sheet again. It's 1-1. Very disappointing to concede that. It was a weak, not the most powerful of shots from the edge of the area, but it's levelled things here. Not one that Davison Hale could top. It was far beyond his reach. It's tucked perfectly into the bottom corner. Just a frustrating to concede. See there. 60 minutes gone now, and it's 1-1 here. Curtis takes it back. It's now with Pryor. Pryor immediately sending it long, looking for Rawson on the right wing, but head away from Beats and out for a throw into Stocksbridge. Stocksbridge, to try and retake the lead as soon as possible. Ossett have looked very good though since the Steels equalised, and that's the frustrating part, that perhaps this could have been prevented if the Steels had just got hold of the game a bit sooner after their goal. Throwing going long here, headed away by Ossett. And back for another throw in here for a bit further up near the local advertising hoarding. Throwing into the block here to Turner. Turner's getting close to the corner flag here, and he's going to be a goal kick after Turner gets it stuck under his feet, and it goes out to play. Mossley have got one back against Dunstan. Mason Fawns from the spot. And Lincoln United have 2-1 against Daventry Town. Kareem Abaraya scoring. Consett have also taken a 2-1 lead against Shildon. Jake Orrell scoring the latest goal for them. Back with Ed Hall to take this goal kick now. Half an hour left in this match. Both sides looking for a winner, or else it's the dreaded penalty shootout. No. It's a bit Ed Hall's pass, not great. Actually, Ed Hall's one's actually gone up really well to the left-hand side here to Hardacre, who's going to try and take it on for the attack here. Getting it to the edge of the penalty box area before he's tackled, and it knocked away. Still with Stocksbridge now before Stocksbridge boot it away, looking for Rawson, but it's going to just go beyond everyone here and just out to play for a throw into Ossett. So So it's going to be a throw-in for Ossett here on the left-hand side. Throwing goes up and he's going to bounce out of play. I think Ossett may have got themselves another throw-in further on, and they have. So and they're going to take it quickly. They're looking to try and catch out the Stocksbridge defence here. Ossett have got it on the left-hand side. They've managed to bundle it in the box, but Stocksbridge get another tackle. Appeals for a free kick, not given. Ossett still on the ball. Ossett on the edge of the area now. Pass back, shot blocked. Curtis takes the touch and Turner heads it away, but Ossett have got the ball right back here with Gagan. Gagan here will put the ball through, and the offside flag has gone up there. And it's going to be a free kick to the Steels. Bit of a let-off there. So, chance for Davison Hill to clear this one away. Hey, Steels need to try and fight to retake the lead in this one. Ball going long for Rawson, heads it on, looking for Curtis, and before he can get onto it, but Daniel Burns just boots it right out the stadium. Emily Afrina up on goal now. God, they're in a good result. Tinker's coming up to take the throw-in. Caused problems to help create that goal earlier on, and hopes to cause a few more problems. Likes to be a problem for everyone but his own manager, but sometimes I think he might be a problem there. Back to Tinker here after that throw-in. Takes a touch, going to put the ball in the box. A good looking ball, headed backward by Ossett. Pulls chasing it down. Takes a short pass, but the short pass is being caught by Hart. And Wilson's going to carry that one away, and he's going to try and start the counter-attack here. Well in though by Stocksbridge, and it's cleared away. Now Rawson's going to try and chase down before Beatson boots it out of play. Right in front of Steel FC stand. Going to be throwing for Stocksbridge here. Stocksbridge have improved since conceding the goal. So, on the right hand side here, Reynolds going up to take this throw-in. And goes in, put to pull, back to Reynolds. Reynolds taking it forward, putting a ball into the box, a dangerous looking one, but headed away by Ossett and eventually cleared as well. Back to Reynolds, who's going to head it right back in there. Headed back away though by Ossett, and it's going to go back for Langton, who puts it right back in, but Ossett is going to clear on, and it could be one for Fearon to get on to. Davison Hale's looking to be the first there. Davison Hale gets it and he does clear away. Good work, super keepering from Davison Hale. Gagan's tried the shot there, I think that might have been with Davison Hale's goal, but it wasn't going to work. And there's a long ball there from Price trying to find Curtis on the run. Not going to work though. No. 65 minutes gone in this game so far. It's 1-1 here. Yeah. Goals from Luke Rawson and Luke Aldridge. Probably the two men you'd expect to get on the score sheet. As Lemon heads that ball away for there, but it has gone on to the left-hand side where Wilson is, and he's trying to beat his man. He's going to cause Reynolds problems all day, and he rolls out of play here for a throw-in to Ossett. Pontefract Collieries have equalised against North Shields. Gavin Allett, who's been a regular on the score sheet for them. And Macclesfield are now 5-0 up on Tadcaster. Alex Curran, the latest goal scorer for them. It'll be a big, long throw-in from Ossett here. Every player in the box, it seems. Here it comes. It is a looping high ball, but Stocksbridge have headed it away. Well, has gone back to Ossett on that left-hand side, though. Another ball coming in here. It's a dangerous-looking one, but Davison Hale has collected it. Two Ossett men behind Davison Hale, completely unmarked, ready to tap in. And it's a quick roll out of Davison Hale, and Tinker's going to try and get the attack going here. Tinker carrying the ball well. Tinker busting a gut. Here comes the ball in from Tinker. Curtis gets a touch, and it's just not enough of a touch on Curtis. Great work from Jack Tinker to cross the entirety of the pitch. It's a fantastic ball, but Curtis can't get a clear connection onto it. Fantastic work, though, from Tinker to help create that opportunity. And that is what we do like seeing from Tinker, and that's what he offers as a left-back, is that he can really go and work in attack as well as defence. Ed Hallback will recollect the ball now to take. Hebburn and Town have also equalised. Robbie Spence scoring against Trafford there. 1-1 now in that game. Ed Hall clears the goal kick out. Now, and it's going to be booted away by Langton, but he's come up back at Pryor, and Ossett's going to take most of that. Knocking a ball long here before Davison Hale's able to clear that one out. A bit awkward height from him as well. Ossett have headed it back into the box, but no one's there. Davison Hale will collect. Very, very even game, I'd say, at the moment here. Nervy one for both sides, because either side could win this and either side could lose this, Keeley. Before it's cleared out here by Jason Elp. It's a very poor ball, and he just booted it right out for a throw-in to Ossett. On the left-hand side now for Hardacre to take. Here it goes long and headed on by Ossett before Lemon heads it away, and it's going to be a bit of head tennis before it gets back to Reynolds, who boots it back, but it's only gone back to Ossett now, who have booted it back, but it's come off the Stocksbridge man. Stocksbridge have looked to keep this in, and I think they have done actually, which is quite impressive. If Turner's got it through to Poole now. Poole's trying to knock it down the line here, but it's been well collected there by Hardacre, who's passed it away from danger. Also trying to slip it through here, and they may have almost done that, but Reynolds is in with a tackle. It's gone back to Davison Hale. Davison Hale's going to clear it out. Gagan, though, heads it away. Now with Hollingsworth, who's going to go to the ground a bit, but he gets back up quickly. Good play from Hollingsworth, but he passes it right to Reynolds, and Hollingsworth stays down the ground, but Turner caught in possession, and there's an appeal for a free kick from Ossett, which is divinely given. Free kick about 5 yards into the Stocksbridge half. 69 minutes gone in the game so far. Got some very nice weather here at the moment. It's still holding out, even though it is getting quite cool now. I think it's time to get the big coats out here if you come into a night match at Stocksbridge. As Ossett prepared to put the big ball into the box with just over 20 minutes to go. Looking like a good ball. It's gone over everyone, but gone to Turner, who's cleared it away, and Curtis is going to try and get on the clearance, but it's well in from Gagan, but it's passing on to O'Connor. O'Connor's going to look for Curtis on the overlap, but the pass is off target, and it's back to throwing to Ossett to take. Curtis looking a bit frustrated with the quality of that pass. Back for Gagan now to take this throw. Going to take the throw it out now. Pryor tries to clear it, gets blocked initially, but back to Pryor, who gets the second clearance before Beatson heads it away. Turner tries to stop it with a header, but it goes through, and Aldrich has bullied Pryor off the ball there and got it, and he's headed down the left-hand side. Ossett with a good chance here. The cut inside, missed one tackle, and it's going to go out of play here, and it'll be a goal kick as well, which has got screams of agony there. I think that's because Pryor actually got a bit of the man of the man than he did the ball. I think that's what the referee was closest to it, but I think I would have probably thought that's a corner from my position here. Sheffield Wednesday are 1-0 ahead against Morecambe. Now for Jason Hale to take this. North Shields have taken a 2-1 lead against Pontefract. Connor Oliver scoring there. Now, Stocksbridge just got the throw in after that goal. Kicker was headed out. Right. Chesterfield are 3-2 up with Joe Quigley and Jeff King, who I'm pretty sure scored in the Boxing Day massacre. The Ossett fans here are turning on the referee here. Yep. Throwing has bounced perfectly onto Daniel Burns, but his clearance is more up in the air, and now out to play for the Steels throwing. Back for Tinker to take this throw. Tinker trying to throw it, look for Rawson. It's gone through everyone. I think Rawson may have not realised that, or he could have got onto that. And it's actually appealed for a corner there from Stocksbridge as O'Connor tried to knock it off an Ossett man, but that was behind the line, and that needs a goal kick. It's Josh Windass who scored there for Sheffield Wednesday, by the way, against Morecambe. Just seen Jermaine McGlashan has scored in the FA Trophy for Leatherhead. A consolation goal as well. I remember him in the Football League for Cheltenham Town, being a very good player. Sheffield, one of my good football manager players. Clearance from Ossett has been headed up in the air by O'Connor. Wilson kept it in well, but for Cody Pryor clears. And it's headed out, and then it actually stayed in play. I thought it stayed in play. We thought Wilson had done well there. Caught out the Stocksbridge defence, but the linesman's are judged late. And Ossett not happy again with the referee. There's one man there who is going to have a sore throat tomorrow morning, and it's going to be a tricky one to explain to his employees at work tomorrow. Why have you got a sore throat? Oh, I was shouting at a linesman for doing off-throwing calls wrong. We've all been there. Throwing up from Tinker, but Wilson's headed it right up into the air. It's gone inwards before stabbed away by Ossett, and then eventually Wilson does clear away. Lemon is covering it with Aldrich covering before Davison Hill boots it up. It's going to go out of play though for an Ossett throw-in just inside the Ossett half. Throwing goes inwards to Hollingsworth. Now back to Hardacre, who gets it back to Hollingsworth. Rawson goes in with a challenge and he gets it. Now with Pryor trying to find Rawson again. Rawson carries it well. Rawson's going to try and slip Rawson through, but again the final pass, which seems to be the problem with Stocksbridge, has been lacking. It was just a pass that was way too strong. It just needed a delicate little touch to get it through to Poole, and Poole would have been in with a good time to put another good ball in, but it was too heavy and it's gone out for the goal kick, and Ed Hall does a run that he was used to back at Rackamore as he goes to get the ball from the old cricket end of the pitch. He gets the ball back. We are going to resume very shortly. It's 28 minutes gone in this half. That's 73 minutes in, and Stocksbridge are preparing to make a substitution. It looks like Oliver Norman is the man who's coming on. Ossett have headed that on, but it's cleared away by Pryor here. Appeals for everyone to get the throw in, but it's going to go Ossett's way this time. And it looks... Oliver Norman, who has come on as a substitute a few times already this season. Would be his third appearance this one. As Ossett throws the ball back into play, but Stocksbridge are able to clear it. It's gone back to Ossett though. Ossett going to try and carry this one away, but well in there from Turner. Ball's going to bounce here. Wilson's going to try and get in there, but Dave Snell's claimed it well under pressure from Wilson, who has been a lively figure since he's come on for the Sheepycorns. I like referring to him as the Sheepycorns because it's just a fun nickname. We'll see who Oliver Norman is planning to come on for. But great ball to Curtis there from Dave Snell. Just Curtis' touch went back to Ossett. Langton's headed the clearance away though. Ossett eventually get there, run away though. Pryor's chested it down. Pryor's looking for Poole on the right-hand side. Trying to get the beat in a Hardacre here. Poole chests it down. Looking for the overlap of Turner. Poole is bundled down and he gets the free kick there. Despite the annoyance there of Joe Stacey. And it's a similar sort of position just on the right-hand side to how Stocksbridge got their first goal in this game. And Oliver Norman will have to wait to come on because he just... It's another great opportunity for this Deals here to get a good ball into the box. Thomas Poole standing over it. So Poole here just standing over the ball. It's just taking a while to get this free kick set up correctly. Not many large targets in the box for them to aim at, but we'll see if it works out. Ball going in here. It's a good ball. Just goes behind Rawson here. Back to O'Connor. Takes a shot. It's in the top corner! Alex Connor with a fantastic strike! And just like in the FA Cup, he's got the team 2-1 ahead. Fantastic strike from the young midfielder. Making his first start of the season, O'Connor. Wanting to impress, to show Ian Richards why he should be starting every game and not just the trophy match. And he's not made a better statement than that one. Alex O'Connor puts Stocksbridge 2-1 ahead. Fantastic strike from Alex O'Connor. Hits it beautifully, and just once again, from one of the free kicks, that's how they've got the goal. Now can Stocksbridge hold on and book passage into the next round of the trophy? There are 13 minutes to go in this game, but Ossett have got good attackers. And Ossett are on the attack right now. They've headed it on into the corner here. Stocksbridge trying to just shield it out for the goal kick. It's just been held up in that corner flag there. It's a bit like Ossett a time wasting the way it's been held up, and Ossett have earned the throw in there. So Stocksbridge, as Pete Goldstraw has just shouted, do need to be turned on, switched on here, or else Ossett will get a quick equaliser, and penalties might still be on the cards. Actually, trying to see if obviously it is a throw-in, but it's going to be a long throw-in. It looks like the way that all the players are in the box, it looks like it's a corner kick, really. So here comes the wrong throw-in. It's going to reach the near post. It's headed away by Stocksbridge. Headed back onto the right-hand side, though. For Ossett, who put a good ball in. Headed on. It's going to be at the far post, and it's so wide from Ossett. And just like... It's going to be a corner kick, actually, so the last touch coming off a Stocksbridge man, and the pressure is going to be maintained. 78th minute here. Oh, George Bias going. Corner coming in, looking for the far post. It's a Davison Hale punches it away. Pool's going to head it on Pool. I say Pool, it was going actually to Pool. Well, and it's pulling the ball now. Pool's going to try and get the counter by flicking across to Turner. And Turner's got acres of space to move into. Gagan's covering. He's tried to slip it through to Oliver Norman, who's come on in that maelstrom, actually. I didn't notice Oliver Norman coming on. And it's going to be a free kick here to Seals, actually. So Oliver Norman's come on at some point, not trying to see who for. I think it's for Gareth Curtis. So yes, Oliver Norman's come on for Gareth Curtis. That was just during our celebrations. We'll tell you a bit more about Norman later. The free kick going to the right-hand side here. And he's been forced backwards. Stocksbridge before being forced out of play, but it's going to be a Steele's throw-in. And they've earned another throw-in almost immediately a bit further down the line. So Oliver Norman, just letting you know, he's signed from Harrogate Railway early in the season. So in his third appearance, all from the bench. Had an assist in his debut against Sheffield FC. Has a beautiful left foot. Ball goes here to Turner on the right-hand side. He's made the use of the no offside rule from the thing. Pen the ball back, cross going in. Rawson's going to get the header on. Gets the header and it's just over the bar. Steele's almost making it 3-1 there. Rawson getting way too much space to run into and move into from the Ossett defence. And Brad Beatson will be disappointed with himself, but they get a let off there just over the bar. Oh, here's one for Ed Hall to take. Ed Hall takes the corner here before being headed away there by Tinker. It's back with Tinker as Ossett still pressed, but eventually Stocksbridge are able to clear it away. Throwing to Ossett just in front of Jazz Colliver here, as Ossett are moving as quickly as possible to try and get an equaliser as soon as possible. Throwing taken quickly here into the inside, but Norman well in right away, and it's going to be a throw into Ossett, which has enraged the Stocksbridge bench. Jazz Colliver having a little chuckle to himself, because a few decisions like that have gone against him, so I think he can be... Ball going to the right-hand side here. Longton's going to try and cover. Longton did take a touch. Clearance has kind of gone into the box. It's been a very deadly one. Before being... It's bounced a bit, cleared, but only to the edge of the box. Ossett have headed it back in. It's bouncing, claims for handball, and there is a volley towards goal, but it's right at Davison Hale. Ball goes out from Davison Hale onto Thomas Poole on the right-hand side. Poole's going to win in this tournament for the first time since 2016. To think the last time that Stocksbridge won in this tournament, Theresa May was Prime Minister. Now it's Liz Truss. The things that have happened. No, but going to be another substitution here as Oliver Metcalf is going to be coming on for George Fulis. So that's how Jazz Colliver is trying to change this game, is bringing Metcalf on. His 8th appearance this season, was a man who was on loan with Ossett last year from Guiseley before moving this year. Central midfielder, and he's expected to be a key player this season. He's having to make his appearance from the bench though today, but can he change it from the bench? And Sheffield Wednesday now 3-0. Michael Smith has scored his first, well actually not his first league goal for Sheffield Wednesday. He scored in the Pritzker Trophy, didn't he? Cleared up here by Davison Hale. Rawson heads it on, but it has only gone to Beatson, who's cleared it away. Aldrich tries to head it on, and he does get it to Wilson here on the left-hand side, who is a dangerous man. He's going to get Beach Reynolds down the left-hand side, puts the cross in, and it's put into the own goal there by Stocksbridge. It's 2-2. Ossett back in this. we may be getting a penalty shootout here. The Steel's been ahead twice. It's an own goal. And it's a gutting one. Trying to see who it was with the own goal. I think it was Mitch Langton there. Gutting one there for him. And now Ossett are back into it. The Steels must fight back again. Twice they've been in the lead. Twice Ossett have come back. Back to Pryor, who's going to send it onto the right-hand side, but it's going to just be headed back to Hall here. So, it's 84 minutes gone in this game. As Rawson about to collect it, but it's a well-in tackle there. But the offside flag was up anyway on Rawson. Free kick to Ossett. Beatson's going to leave it for Ed Hall to take. Definitely been an exciting second half. Plenty of goals in this one, and it could even end in a penalty shootout, which if you're a neutral ground hopper, you'll absolutely love, but if you're a fan of either of these teams, you'll absolutely hate. It's definitely been Jack Wilson who has changed this game since coming on. He has been torturing Zach Reynolds on that right-hand side. Ed Hall going up. Headed backwards, and it's going to bounce a bit before it's cleared away by Stocksbridge, but only back to Gagan here, who's going to take it onto the left-hand side here. Trying to beat his man. Wilson does the 1-2 Gagan, and Gagan's found a lot of space. Gone into the box before Pryor's cut it out. And Pryor's going to carry it before a Simon challenge in on him. And the player there is running away. I think it's Aldrich there who's going to, it's Fearon actually, who is going to be summoned over by the referee. He's going to get a booking for that one. And he does get a booking, so that's Oliver Fearon with I think our first booking of the game, which is a bit of a surprise. So Hall is going to clear this one up, looking for Rawson. He's going to bounce actually before Rawson tries to head it on, and he actually bounces for him, but Rawson doesn't go for it the second time. And he's going to get it instead on the right wing, but cleared away by Ossett. It's going to be a throw-in on that right-hand side. Parkgate have taken the lead against Glasshuton Welfare, 1-0. Oh, Jonas Ndombasi. Oh, another tricky one. That's going to be fun if we get Parkgate in the Sheffield Senior Cup. We believe that draw is going to happen eventually. Ellis Harrison has just equalised for Port Vale against Barnsley as well. Ball trying to go to the right-hand side with Poole. Poole looking to cut inside, but it's a well-in tackle, and Poole's giving away a free kick during that as well. Daventry have got one back against Lincoln United. Hashim Bakar scoring that goal. So, back here for Ed Hall to take this. Cameron Painter has just gotten back for Stockton. They're losing 2-1 to Witton Albion. Ball going long here. Yep, but Langton's going to be the one to cover it. Langton's sending it long, get to Rawson, but his touch is a bit heavy and it's Rod Haker's able to clear it. Lemon is then able to boot that one away. Gagan's going to be the one onto it. Norman's covering, but he still gets it long there, Gagan. It's going to bounce off and get to the side where Fearon is. Fearon's looking to turn. He's in the corner of the box. Pass it back. Good cross going into the far hand side where Wilson is. Reynolds heads it away. Goes to Turner, who passes it out for Reynolds to try and latch onto. Reynolds is trying to chase away, but Wilson's robbed him well. And you say Wilson has been the game changer here. And it's a late challenge from Poole there. That's given a free kick to Ossett on that left-hand side. And I think actually with the pressure Ossett putting on, it's the Steels who would probably be most looking forward to a penalty shootout. 87 minutes gone in this game so far. 2-2 between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Ossett United. So, another chance for Ossett to try and put the big ball into the box. Ball going in long, and he's going to head to the far post here. He just can't control it, the Ossett man there. Otherwise, he would have been able to put a very deadly sort of ball across the 6-yard area and potentially have given Ossett a late lead. Davison Hale here will instead be able to clear the ball away. Macclesfield are winning 7-0 against Tadcaster Albion. Alex Curran scored their latest one. Long ball goes forward, but it's only
going to go for Stacey, who keeps it in, and the handball's going to be given against Langton there. And it's a free kick on the right hand side, and it's another great one to whip in for Ossett. And it feels a bit like that Stockton game where Stocksbridge gave away a lot of silly free kicks at the end and were punished for it in the end. And we just worry it might be the case again now. It's going to be an in-swinger. Here it comes, aiming for the far end of the box. Headed away by Langton. It's only gone to the edge of the box, but it's going to be cleared away by Tinker there. And then Norman's going to try and chase it down, but hooked away by Ossett, but only for Poole to head it back. Norman's trying to get onto it again, but he has just been out-muscled there. Tinker trying to keep it in the fray before Ossett do clear it. And Davison Hale's going to be the first one on that. He's going to collect it in his arms. Smart keeping from Davison Hale there. Yeah. He's rolled out to Reynolds. Reynolds sends it long here to Turner, whose touch has taken him onto the right wing. He stepped back, looking back for Poole. Norman's coming to as a close option. Instead, he goes for Pryor. Pryor here. Pryor's going to take the shot. What a save, Ed Hall! Oh, Pryor with a fantastic shot. It was going for the top corner, but Ed Hall pulls off a very impressive save. It's the sort we were used to here at Brackenbourne when he played here, and unfortunately he's just pulled it off for Ossett. Why did he do that? Going to be a corner kick for the Steels here, as we have 4 minutes at a time. 4 minutes till the dreaded penalty shootout. But there is a corner kick for Stocksbridge and a chance to change it here. So, a chance here. There are not as many targets as we used to, but here goes Poole, looking for the far post. Headed away by Ossett. It's going to be another corner. This time from the opposite end. Poole heading over to take that one. Linesman is saying 3 minutes left. Good time check, linesman. Loud and clear for the commentators to hear. Like it. As Poole's having to take his time to do it. It was a stunning save from Ed Hall. Well, hopefully he won't pull off those heroics from penalties. We know he's good at saving penalties. Saved one against Pontefract Colliery quite famously in the last minute for the Stocksbridge. We haven't seen Harrison Davison Hale against any penalties yet. Here goes the ball in, looking for the near post. Head away at the near post. Lempton's going to head it right back into the trouble here. Turner's got it in the side. Turner trying to put the ball across the 6-yard box. Rawson needs to turn. He's got it in the 6-yard box. He's just trying to knock it off an Ossett man, but the bounce has just been a bit unfortunate for him. And it's going to be a throw into Stocksbridge rather than the corner kick they would have much preferred. And it's Stocksbridge trying to get the last minute winner here. Throwing goes here to Norman, back to Poole. Tinker, and Tinker's cross is blocked. Tinker gets another throw in. What will Tinker decide to do? Go short or go for the long throw? Tinker goes for the long throw, but it's caught short really, that throw in, and it's headed away, but Pryor's going to be the first onto it. Pryor chests it down, being harassed by Wilson. Forced backward Pryor. He passes it back there to Reynolds. Reynolds touches a bit heavy, but Reynolds going to sing a long lofted one that's headed up into the air by Beatson. Turner's going to touch speed fights on there, but well headed away by Burns. And now Ossett is going to try and build it away. And Wilson's got the touch over Reynolds. Wilson has the chance to run. He's going to try and put the pass through, but it's well in from Pryor. Lemon clears it, and it's going to just go to the right-hand side here. And it's a big boot away from Reynolds, and a scary moment for Stocksbridge is past. But Ossett's still on the attack here. Yeah, Ossett still looking for their own last-minute winner. Hollingsworth gets it to Wilson on the left-hand side. Wilson puts the cross in, headed away. He's not cleared yet out of the box. Ossett have got the ball back. Here comes a shot, and it's just over the bar from Ossett. Good play from Ossett. Stocksbridge not clearing the lines, almost punished for it. Stockton are level against Witton. What a comeback from them. Tyrone O'Neill scoring his first goal for them. 2-2 now against Witton Albion. They'll be heading to a penalty shootout as Davison Hale looks to clear it. And it looks like it's going to go straight out to play here, and it does, and that's just going to keep the pressure on, and the throw-in's taken quickly here, but Tinker's able to head it away. Now Pryor chests it down and then booted away by Alex O'Connor. Now, headed away though by Ossett. Turner knocks it right for Reynolds. Reynolds going to cover that before booting that one long. Go to the right-hand side here. Going to be harassed here before passing it back to Hall. Hall clears it out. It's going to bounce once before it's gone behind there before Langton actually clears it. A bit of a hearty movement there for the Stocksbridge fence. It's gone. No, I thought they were going out to play there. It's just gone into the air line. And there is end of 90 minutes. The penalty shootout is on. The last Stocksbridge Park Steels lost the last penalty shootout they were involved with. That was in the Sheffield Senior Cup to Frickley Athletic. And well, it's a nervy one. We've not seen any of these players really in a penalty shootout before. Ossett have been a long time since they've been in a shootout as well. And it's, well, I've never done this either, commentation on a penalty shootout, so this is going to be fun, and not nerve-wracking at all for either side. Definitely, I would say actually the 2-2 after 90 minutes is a fair result. Both sides have had chances, both sides have had good moments. A 2-2 is, I would say, absolutely correct. It just always feels unfair, this a penalty shootout. Always feels tough. There's going to be a loser here. There's going to be a hero. There's going to be a villain. It's all about who comes down to composure and clean connections with the ball. No. And boy, is it going to be a difficult one. We don't know which end it's going to be at yet, whether it's going to be at the either the Brackenmore end or the other end. That's the official name for it, the other end. So we're still waiting to see how whether that'll happen. For some reason, our photographer is approaching the referees. Don't know why he's doing that. So I'm still waiting as the team talks happen. And I have to gas on for a bit longer while we kill time. Isn't that fun? How you all been doing today? Had a good day? Been busy? Please do talk in the comments because I need some help here. Trying to think who might be likely penalty takers for either side. You'd have thought Ross Goodwin might have come on for the Steels when penalty shootouts were looking likely, because you'd think he'd be one who would be first name on the sheet. I'd say obviously Luke Ross and Thomas Poole would be able to be ones you'd be likely taking it. Curtis Turner as well would be three definites, I'd say, for the Steels. I reckon Jack Tink would be gutsy enough to take one as well. For Ossett, you definitely got to think of Fearon, Aldrich, Stacey, Hollingsworth. Maybe that could be the advantage for Ossett, is that just when you look at their team sheet and who's on the pitch, they look like more players who have natural penalty takers. So looks like the coin flip is going to happen in a second for whether you shoot first. I always think the advantage in the penalties is if you take them first, because otherwise the pressure is put onto you. If you take the second ones, if the pressure is on the player to try and keep them in the game, especially if it does go to sudden death later on. Obviously, penalty shootouts, if you don't know, it's obviously 5 penalties each, go in an A-B format, so theoretically Stocksbridge, then Ossett, Stocksbridge, then Ossett, Stocksbridge, then Ossett. And it's best of 5, and then it will go to sudden death. Here. As I see all the lads, we are going to be taking them at the Brackenmore end. As I can see all our young fans absolutely legging it down to make sure they're behind the goal. The advantage here for the penalty takers is that you've got a bit of a distance between them and the fans behind the goal who will be trying to put you off. So theoretically, on paper, more chance of goals in the penalties. On paper. Penalty shootouts aren't decided on paper. But looks like Ossett will be taking the first one here. North Shields have sealed the win against Pontefract. 3-1 Brad Hurd scoring there. And Witton Albion have actually won it, took the lead against Stockton. Joe Duckworth there from the spot. Just trying to see who's taking this one for Ossett. Looks like it is going to be the captain Oliver Fearon to take the first one for Ossett United. Actually Beatson, according to our Twitter. Anyway, whoever it is, he takes a long run up. He stands on the edge of the penalty area, facing up with Davison Hale. Here he goes. Takes it. Saved by Davison Hale! The first penalty is saved. Thomas Poole steps up for Stocksbridge. Here goes Thomas Poole. The traditional free kick taker. Can he take a penalty? We don't actually know who Stocksbridge's penalty taker is now with Luke Mangum no longer at the club. It could be Poole. We don't know. So Poole here will take the step up. He's going to go for his right foot. And on the edge of the area now, Poole facing up with Ed Hall. Here goes Poole. Smashes it. It's also saved by Hall. Both penalties saved. It's a fantastic save from Ed Hall, that one, rather than the poor penalty. And this time it is Oliver Fearon coming on, the captain, taking there to see if we actually get a penalty scored. You know what I was saying about more penalties being scored in this social when the fans are further back? May not be coming true. Still 0-0 in the shootout. Yeah. So Oliver Fearon preparing to take this one. Here he goes, takes a run up. Bit of a jinky run up, takes it. It sends Davison Hale the wrong way. It's 1-0 to Ossett in the shootout. So let's see who's next up. I'm just trying to tell who that is actually heading up for Stocksbridge. The long walk. It's actually quite unexpectedly Jordan Lemon. He has had good scoring form this season, 2 goals already, more than his rest of his Stocksbridge career. I imagine this is going to be a big smasher from the right back, who's been playing at centre back today. Here goes Lemon, taking the penalty, shoots, and he sends it wide, Lemon! And it's 1-0, it's advantage Ossett. 2 missed penalties for the Steels. And here comes the next one. It looks like it's Luke Aldrich here, who I believe is their regular penalty taker for Ossett. So the pressure is on Harrison Davison Hale now to try and give an opportunity for whoever the Steel's 3rd penalty taker is. Here goes, a short run up from Aldrich, takes it, smashes the back of the net, 2-0 Ossett on the shootout. Mitch Langton, the next one coming up for the Steels. Some quite unexpected ones, really. So here comes Mitch Langton in his 2nd spell with the club. Ed Hall taking a few steps forward here. I think trying to play some mind games with Langton. Here goes, takes a step back. The former Staveley man. Here comes Langton. Takes the run up, short run up, blasts it, and is it over? It's becoming a nightmare shootout for the Steels. Because now, Ossett have the chance to win the game. And that opportunity is being given to Hollingsworth. So here comes Michael Hollingsworth to win the game for Ossett. And it's almost the worst shootout you can imagine for the Steels. Davison Hale has a chance to try and save this one. Hollingsworth takes it, and it's in the back of the net. Ossett United win on the shootout, 3-0 after a 2-2 draw. A hugely disappointing night for the Steels after being ahead twice in this game. It's frustrating, it's disappointing. The FA Trophy curse will continue for another year for Stocksbridge. We'll have to try again next year for in this tournament. There'll be questions asked about that shootout at the end, which was thoroughly disappointing because 3 penalties missed, 2 of them off target. Anyway, we will see you again on Saturday. It's the FA Cup against Marine on Saturday. We continue in that. That's our only chance of reaching Wembley this season, is in the FA Cup now. We look forward to seeing you then for that massive clash, and hopefully it'll go a bit better than it did tonight. Thank you very much for listening. I've been Adam Allcroft, and good night. Pardon?